It's like they were waiting for me. I got a feeling somebody's watching me. They keep on calling me. I think they're coming after me. I don't know. Nah, I'm just playing. But there was I got interrupted, right? My door, boom, they knocking on my door, and I'm like, what the fuck? So, but this happened the other day, right? And I'm ignoring it because I'm like, I don't like being disturbed. So I'm like, this late, I'm like, I'm not even answering the door. You know what I mean? Fuck that. You're not even supposed to be touching my door. Today they touching my door, and I'm like, what? I'm like, fuck. I'm like, who is it? and I open the door. It's like 3 cops. I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, yo, what's going on? And they're like, oh, yo, we looking for this guy named Raphael. I'm like, Raphael? I don't know no damn Raphael, man. Go ask other people. Like, you checked upstairs? Like, yeah, we checking upstairs. We just trying to turn in this warrant and some shit like that. I'm like, I don't know no Raphael, man. And then I saw one of the kids that lives in the basement with me. I'm like, hey, you Omar? He was like, yeah, it's your turn to wash the bathroom and shit. I'm trying to change the subject because I'm like, this shit is awkward already. So they like, oh, they everybody confused and they just leave and you're not Raphael. I'm like, nah, man, I don't know who damn Raphael. And that's what happened. But I think it's more to it, man. I think it's more to it than that. I think it's like, man, they're preparing. You know what I mean? Like they're trying to do something. I don't know. But I think this is what's happening, right? I think they're trying to see how current I am. Like, will he post what he just saw today? You know what I mean? I think they're trying to find out if I would like let people know. And why wouldn't I? I'm like a journalist for the Lemneska Zio News. You know what I mean? Anything that comes around my way, I'm gonna report it like a journalist. So they I guess they wanted to see like, oh, like he's gonna talk about it if he's around us. Like, yeah, if you're gonna try to arrest me, I'm gonna try to like let the world know, like, look, this is some corrupt cops trying to arrest me for no reason. You know what I mean? I don't know. Like I said, this has happened several times already, where the cops are like, low key harassing me. You know what I mean? I mean, I get that I have a marred background, but I have paid for all my transgressions. I have been acquitted. I have did my time, and then after that, they had put me on parole, which I completed. You know what I mean? So, and this was in another state. You know what I mean? So, there should be no reason for cops to be going after me, and I have demonstrated a level of excellence ever since. I mean, I was before I even got arrested. I was developing a excellent character, but they nonetheless was hating and they locked me up anyway. And so I think it's happening again, man. I don't know, man. Like this is still around the time when I wish I had my army, cause then I'm not gonna speak about it, but yeah, man, pray for me because I think they're strategizing. They're trying to see, okay, he's gonna speak about it. Yeah, they know that I will because I'm letting you know. Let's see what happens next. Maybe they're gonna switch up their strategy or just come straight and tell me what the hell they don't like. Because what the fuck what's all this subliminal shit? So I saw this video, right? I'm not gonna say who. It was just real convincing about what people are. How deep the voting process goes. But as I said, there's this entity that exists within us that most people don't acknowledge, that I've been catching sometimes. I've been catching it. So, like for instance, it's motions, it's sometimes gestures, your own movements, but you got to be aware of it. Like, maybe I'll grab a drink, right? Boom. I grab the drink and I bring it to my lips. But my movements are so fast when I do that, right? I notice an alteration. Like, I'll end up going like this and I'll raise up and then bring it to my lip. That is not me doing that. I don't do that. And so when I realized, oh shit, I saw that, I did that. And then, I came and I drank. I'm like, yeah, I see you, Lord 13. Boom, I see shit, you know, and then I've been noticing it happening more and more, where this thing is like moving me somewhere that I don't, and then boom, so now I'm sewing this hole, this ripped pants, and I cut myself. Cause I get a pair of scissors, you know what I mean? And look, right here it happened. See? On the top and the bottom, I put some paper. It was like a little, it's one of those like slice cuts and shit. And it's like, that wasn't me. But the thing that I'm trying to say about the voting and how they break it down, as soon as this happened, right? Or this entity that I'm trying to tell you that is intelligent thinks that I'm not aware of it. So, boom, it was thinking before ahead of me. The blood in this promise that people read into so deep it doesn't have to be so dramatic as some people. Just a simple cut, you know what I mean? A draw of blood, that's enough to put things in action. And my little cut had the cops knocking on my door. Are they aware of the shit that's going on mystically with all this intelligence floating in the air, controlling our movements? They're just probably taking orders. Who knows? They don't know the level this shit goes to. But as me being the creator, the conscious, the awareness of all this happening, I see you, man. What do you want? Talk to me. I think I should emphasize the way I cut my fingers, right? It was by accident, you know, obviously, that I can think of. But, you know, there is this intelligence that moves you in motions that you can't really quite understand. So I had a hole, a ripped pair of pants, it was ripped, like a little small hole. So I was trying to be creative and like figure out a way how to stitch it back. I didn't have the yarn, I didn't have the needle, so I'm trying to be like inventive, and I grabbed a pair of scissors and shit, and I rip a hole, and and trying to put like a little piece of rope or string to try to sew it back together so it don't have that hole. And in the process, you know what I mean, I used the scissors to rip a hole, and it cut me, you know what I mean. And that's after that, everything I put like band-aids and the three cops at my door, and all that happened. But don't I feel like I had to mention this because in my last video I put, and I don't explain like how I cut myself. It was by accident, and most people might misconstrue my words and think that this is some type of blood ritual. It's not. It's just that there is attachment to the blood in the universe that is so profound that got people in a frenzy. They're like all enslaved to that because we've been programmed to feed the ground with blood and sacrificial things. Anyway, I don't want to get more into it, but that's it for that.